Hi. Okay, today we're going to talk about Florida water, which is one of the most popular clones among spiritual circles, and it has been made for centuries, since ancient times. Water purifies and it cleanses and signifies divine feminine energy, which is why people are baptized in water and because it cleanses and it purifies and it kind of signifies coming into the world. Like when a woman, we know a baby's coming into the world when we say it's woman's water breaks. Water signifies like starting anew. So when water, a divine feminine energy, mixes with a masculine energy, like a sun or a fire, the waters become sacred. Like when a man and a woman copulate and a woman becomes pregnant, she becomes sacred because she's with child. Florida water is basically a wearable smudge. For those of you that don't know what a smudge is anything that cleanses you spiritually. So it could be a sage, a palo santo, a Florida water. There are other spiritual waters, but we would have to talk about those another time. These are the most popular. I don't suggest using the other waters unless you're an experienced witch and you know ritual and what to use those things for. These are the basics, and I suggest right now, if you don't know, you stick with the basics. So we'll start off with the history of Florida water. Florida water is made by a company called Murray and Landman. It was started in the 1800s in New York City. It moved to New Jersey eventually. It was invented to be an aftershave. Until people realized it had these metaphysical properties and these powers. The beautiful detailed artwork on the label, I will show it to you, has French scroll, exotic birds, flowers, a man, a woman in French vintage clothing. And I don't know why nobody talks about it, but smack dab in the middle of the bottle is a big floral witch's hat. I don't know if it's maybe because I'm an artist and I notice all the details, but I've never heard anybody mention it, which I find extremely strange. But it was meant to be exotic, and it was meant to... they wanted you to feel like you were in paradise when you wore it. It has this exotic smell that is very beautiful and very mellow. It's got like oranges and cinnamon and roses and cloves, and it's like spicy, but it's florally. It's very different. And it's very beautiful. But back in the 1800s, Florida actually was a paradise, and it was filled with indigenous people. And it's been said that Ponce de Leon learned the recipe from the natives and coined it as being the fountain of youth. And this all factors into the label, into the name. When he got the recipe for the cologne, it started being worn by the conquistadors, by the French, by the English, and even by the military when baths weren't readily available, so they can like freshen up their bodies. And no matter what religion you are and what kind of magic you practice or what intention you're trying to set, Florida water is a universal spiritual tool. And it has no prejudice, and it can be used by anybody, no matter what you're trying to accomplish. And because of its beautiful aroma and its astringent like qualities, its uses are very vast, and they can play so many different roles in the spiritual workings. I'm going to tell you about my first experience with Florida water. I was a little girl, and we were in Florida, and we were in a gift shop, and I remember picking up the bottle and I was like, "Oh, Daddy, please, can I have this? Can I have it? It's so beautiful." And he was like, "What the hell do you want that for?" And I was like, "I just want it." It was so familiar to me. Like, I just knew I've used it in another life. So I begged and begged. He finally bought it for me. And I remember being in my bedroom and putting it on and just, as a child, loving the fragrance and not knowing why I loved it so much, but because it was spiritually cleansing me. And I was just so attracted to that. And still, I don't know why. And I always say this, magical things are just attracted to me. And I don't know why, but I have always had them since I was a little girl. Just things always come to me. But we're going to talk about the three major roles of spiritual water and Florida water. So one is cleansing and protection. Two is attraction, and three is ritual work. So cleansing, how do we use it for smudging and cleansing? So when using it on oneself, obviously it comes with the gold label on, and you would have to crack the label. I won't do that because it takes too much time, but I'll have mine here. So when you cleanse yourself, you take it and you put some in your hand. I put a lot. And I like to rub my hands together to get the energy going. And then I like to take it and I like to go around my head and I go down my neck, because I feel like the second I touch my neck with it, I have buildup of negative energy in my neck, and that's where it goes for me. So when I take it off, I just like to go down my arms, down. When I'm getting something away from me, I go down my legs, down to my feet, top of my feet, bottom of my feet. I go from my head down when I'm trying to get something away from me. When I try to attract something to me, I go from my feet up to my head. So that's how you would use it on yourself. Now, when I leave the house, I like to arm myself with it. So I have a spray bottle in my purse in case I encounter a real jerk out of my home in a store or something. I just kind of just spray myself like, oh, get that negative, rotten person's energy away from me. I do not want to be in a bad mood and bring that negative crap home with me. So just to immediately cleanse myself of it and rid myself of it, I will spritz myself. And I always feel like I have really, it's so hard to explain unless you use it, but you really feel like you have just alleviated the pressure of that toxic fuel that somebody has tried to give to you, because it is magnetic. And it will go to you and bounce on you and stick on you. So you can also use it. You can take the bottle and do a quick 1-2 pour into your laundry to get negative energy muck off of your clothes. You can add it to hot mop bucket water to wash your floors, your walls, your doors, to anoint your windows, your baseboards. You can use it to cleanse your crystals, your candles, your jewelry, anything from a thrift store. If you change lovers, you can spray your bed down with it to get the old lover's energy off of your bed. New car, you can spray a new car down with it, or your luggage after it's been traveling. Or if you go to a hotel room, you could spray the hotel room down. You don't know who else has been in that hotel room and what happened there. Could have been a murder there. You don't know. Wipe down your altars with it. Because those are spirits, they come. And you definitely want to clean your altars regularly. Your hands before you perform magic work or healing rituals, because your hands play a major part in your magic and healing work. And this type of cleansing gives you a clear slate. It gives you a clear slate. It takes away the electronic, the magnetic buildup. It will wash off of you as you bathe. When you spray it on, you wear it all day, you take a shower at night, it takes it off. It kind of gets that magnet crap off of you. That backlog, the spiritual baggage. It neutralizes the energies, which is such an important thing, because you don't know how many people you encounter in a day, sometimes hundreds, sometimes a couple, but nonetheless, everybody has their own aura and energy that they carry around with them. So what does it attract? The 3 P's: protection, positivity, prosperity. So with the right intention in Florida water, you can manifest anything very efficiently. You can add Florida water to spiritual baths, say a love bath. It will help to attract love with the other ingredients you put in. For luck, on a money altar to attract money, to road openers. I'm sure you've heard that phrase before, road openers, which kind of means anything to open doors for you. So say like a job interview, or maybe you have to take a test, or you have to go to court. Anything that requires favor or like a decision in your favor, or luck, anything that requires luck. This is what you want to be wearing when you go to do those things. It also attracts and it downloads information. So any type of psychic work, medium work, clairvoyant work, because it is a cleanser and it offers clarity. It's very good for anything in that field. Anybody that works in hospitals or around sick people or drug addicts or mentally challenged people. It will help with that. So lastly then, ritual work. So since it attracts spirits and spirits love the scent, anytime you ask for favor from spirit, you want to offer it, wear it. They will work easily with you when they smell it and they are given it. And they will come in very clear for you. You will get their messages better, having it on when you perform spiritual work. And we say waking up the spirits. We use it to wake up the spirits. So when I work with spirit, there's so many witches that do. But when we wake up our spirits, we ring bells and we give them things to wake them up. Smoke, tobacco, cigars, marijuana. We give liquor, rum, vodka, and we offer spiritual colognes because the smells wake up the spirits, and we ring bells and we wear things. The reason that a lot of gypsies and witches wear chimes is because this attracts our spirits to us. It keeps them with us. It's something that lets them know it's you and you need them. And, you know, you could always do this if you ever feel like you're in need of spirit. And they will come to you and they will have your back on the other side. You can use it when you perform seances because it protects, it cleanses the room, it protects, and spirits like it, so they will come to it if you're in a seance. It's good for meditation because of how it clears things and it can ground you. Intention work, spiritual baths, ceremonies, cleansing rituals, setting intentions, offerings, spiritual guide work, anything that requires clarity or focus or has to do with the paranormal. Spirit favors that smell, and spirit will come and work with you. So you can buy some of these things from anybody, but will anybody know how to anoint the bottles, and will anybody know how to, you know, get rid of the energies, and does everybody sage the bottles? And not everybody will set the intention for you into the bottle before you receive it. You can get things from anybody. I can get, you know, anything. I can get sage from anybody, but is the sage going to be anointed? Is it going to work in my favor? Is the person that sold it to me going to make sure that they've prayed over it and they've done everything to it and made sure that it's spelled and charmed in order to work with me and for me? Not everybody will do that for you. Because not everybody knows what they're doing. Some people just grow things, and that's good, you know. But you have to put energies into things before you give them to people. Good energies, enforcing energies, prayer, spell work. These are the reasons why people buy it from me, is because they know I've done the work. I've done the dirty work. Not dirty work. It's actually beautiful work. But I've done the work and put the intention in, so that way these things do work in their favor, and they do grant them their wishes, and they do give them superpowers. I put some superpowers into it for them. And, you know, that's the reason you would want to get them from an advanced and experienced witch, because you know that you're going to get the right usage out of your tools. I suggest getting it. I suggest anybody that works in an office or around a lot of people, I suggest you have it on. I suggest you wear it. Don't bring energies into near your children from the outdoors. Don't, put yourself in a bad mood because you encountered one jerk throughout the day. Make sure you spray yourself down. Keep a bottle in your purse or your car. These are very important things. Don't move into a home without putting, washing everything down with Florida water. You want to start fresh. You need a clean slate for everything you do. Make sure you have one. Make sure you're not walking into somebody else's shit show, because you're only hurting yourself. You're only fucking up your own life. If you wonder maybe why you do drugs or you drink too much, maybe you have electronic and magnetic negative buildup for decades that is attached to you. You need to use things like this. You need to get that off of you. Put it on in the morning after a shower, come home at night, shower it off. It will pull it off of you. It will help you immensely. It does take time, though. It's not going to come off in one day. You need to use this. After a couple weeks, you're going to start to notice a massive difference in your life. I notice a massive difference when I run out of it. I feel like, oh my God, I can't. But this is something, not everybody can smudge or sage every day and Palo Santo every day. But Florida water is something you can wear every day. You could do this every day. It will help you. I hope this video helps you. And if, you like it and you find it educational, I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell, hit the likes. And I hope you look in my shop. I do sell it in the shop. I hope you enjoy the shop. And anyways, have a great night. And we will talk soon. More videos. I'm hoping next to do one on an ancestral altar. And then I would also like to do something on some divination. Okay, so enjoy your evening. And thanks for watching and have a great night. Bye.